really want, man. And I'm almost kind of like this has been a what 5 year experiment now. It kind of
Yeah.
feels like really, and if it's time to walk away, perhaps you scrap it and say, "Hey, we tried. We like the other game better." But I mean, I kind of look at it like this NBA, man. That this younger generation, they love this NBA 140, 160. Nobody plays defense, 1 on 1. You know what I mean? Dribble, 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 dribble. And I think there's a generation of football fans where it's like everything is analyzed by the technology, and that'll determine the true one. You know?
I mean, I guess it's this evolution, man. And
Yeah.
mentioning that, I want to transition. They said Bayern Munich, this squad is the best soccer squad of all time, club team of all time. Do you agree or disagree?
All the time now. I mean,
Because they say because they have not the trouble, they got the quadruple since they won the FIFA Club World Cup too.
I mean, define best of all time based on what trophies and accolades or
Yeah,
actual.
they're saying like, okay, you got to. It's basically if you line up everybody that was able to get a treble plus this, plus the FIFA thing, line up all those teams. This is one of the best of all time.
I
They
say
got the three basically.
arguably on accolades, yes, but definitely not if you're going on starting 11 actual players. Then I
I
say
want
no,
to
that's
argue
not
that maybe they are, man.
good.
The
You have to
reason I
prove
say
it.
this is they don't have anybody besides Lewandowski. Not it's a couple of Narby. They got some killers, but they don't have the thing. Reason why you don't say they don't have the Ronaldo where you like, yo, they gonna come out here and like dog you. They
Yeah.
got all eights. It's like everybody they got. That's the thing. It's like the San Antonio Spurs. It's like they really don't have too much of a weakness. That's the thing.
But again, I need definition on it, and not to disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think that that's a fair and accurate statement. Let me say that number one. But number two, define best team of all time. Are you talking about in the Bundesliga? Are you talking about in Europe in Champions League?
Europe. This is Europe. This is oh no, they saying worldwide best of all
I mean,
time.
because like we could go to some of those like '60s Brazilian teams with Pele and motherfuckers
Yeah,
like that.
let's start the modern era. Let's start 85 up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Okay,
stuff that we can
okay.
really have
Because I'm
watched.
like, you want to go all
Yeah, I
time?
mean, that's like us putting Bill Russell in them.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Jordan.
okay, yeah, yeah.
You
It's a
know, I'm
different
saying I don't
era.
want to get into that because I mean, shit, we only can watch it on YouTube barely.
Yeah,
Maybe two games you can find in the 60s from Brazil.
right, right, right. But when you just look at the names and the numbers, and
Yeah.
but it's like those, 1900, Yankee teams, or you know what I mean, guys that
Right,
play.
and you know how I feel about that. Like the MLB doesn't start till Jackie Robinson got to it. Like
Yeah,
I don't trust anything previously.
I can concur with that. It's
No
Black
black
History
players, it
Month.
don't even count. Like
Yeah, yeah, no, Black History Month. But no, no, maybe debatable, man. I mean, what they've done is outstanding, and still adding on with the new defender. They just, everybody was chasing,
man,
bringing him in,
that's
and
just
they definitely
that just
reload,
really is a
man.
crawl, man. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So that means they letting go of Alba. Then I'm assuming.
I think that is the replacement. You know what I mean? And it he fits the mold there perfectly.
Yeah,
But like the Boateng that they had, and then Alba. He fits that kind of mold for that team. I mean, I think he's going to do excellent there. I hit the ground running, no problem. I see that. Yeah.
and I think squad is kept. I think Holland may end up going there, man. Like it feels like
Wow.
it's just because Lewandowski is 32. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's a perfect situation. And I think if you're living in Germany, you like, I ain't gotta really move my stuff like that. I'm just gonna go slide her to
And
Bayern.
we've seen that before where, they poach from the Bundesliga
Yep.
all the time. I would hate to see that, man. I wish those other clubs would be more like you see here in the States where like we're not gonna trade them on this side of the conference, or
Right.
we're not gonna trade
We
them in
can't
the
do this.
division.
Like, I'm not gonna play you next week. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I wish they would have more of that kind of attitudes, but you're absolutely right. Yeah, we'll poach him. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, Holland, I mean, look at as of right now, they are not even making the Europa even. They're in seventh place right now in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think they're going to be a seller. Your boy Jordan Sancho talking about Bundesliga. Sancho, his price is dropping. You see that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it, man. Maybe it was maybe it was the master plan was to let them go and drop in price.
Well, that was a funny thing. I was thinking I was going to shoot you a text, but I said, I won't push all your buttons. You guys got your young winger Diallo, and he really looks like the real deal. I don't know if you
He's
caught him.
serious. He's only 19.
He's got skills, and I know they got him instead of Sancho. But then come to find out, him and his brother is using fake passports. So who knows? He
Might be
he might have
35.
to sit down for a minute.
Or he might be 35 years old. We don't even know.
Hey,
With the Albert Pujols situation, he might be.
man. But no, he does look the real deal. But I wanted to ask you on Sancho.
Yeah.
Do you need him in addition?
Yeah, man. Because right now the way our setup is, and we could transition to Premier League now, man, and discussing that. I think that we need somebody to push Greenwood on that side, just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell Cavani has helped out that team a lot with that veteran stability. As you see that they're passing more, like Rashford and Greenwood, they don't pass. Like in general, like you know what I'm saying? Like, they get inside the box, it's coming off the left or the right foot. This is win. But Cavani, I think Cavani gives them that stability. And maybe they didn't trust Martial all this time. Maybe that's the thing. They didn't trust Martial this whole time. And we may be selling him this offseason, I think, on the low, too.
Wow. You think he leaves this year?
I think it could be a possibility of that, man. Because they've been talking about Martinez, man, from Inter.
Well, okay, interesting.
And having Cavani and him kind of go back and forth up front, sell Martial, get your bread, go and get Sancho. Now you can fit out that a little bit. And then, figure out the Pogba situation. If not, replace Pogba with maybe Grealish. And then you got to go drop off Lindelof back in Sweden. We'll pay for him. We'll drop him off personally. And we'll put you out there as center back. We're looking at you for center back.
That's interesting, man. You have an incredible mind.
No. These are all possibilities. These are all realistic possibilities, though.
Well, a couple of things. I'm really impressed by Rashford. Honestly, I love the dog, your boys.
He's the best thing we can. Him and Bruno. Is this it? That's it.
Yeah, I think they have a really good wavelength. Him and Bruno. Bruno's obviously special, world class. He's the talisman for sure. I totally agree with your assessment on Cavani. He brings a lot of stability, creative. He's where he should be at the right time, and he doesn't need a whole lot of chances. If he gets a quality chance, he will put it in the back of the net.
He's kind of like he's Vardy. He's what Vardy does. He just basically what Vardy does. Like he ain't gonna amaze you, and get you off the dribble or nothing. He just gonna be right there, and I'm just boom. That's it right there.
No, I totally agree with that assessment, but he is getting a little long in the tooth. So
that's why I said we can go after Martinez.
It's so funny. So talk about your defense a little bit. I mean,
defense.
I like what Maguire does and brings to you guys. I mean, he talk about today, very dangerous. That's why you never can turn a game off. He got his head on that ball and hit the post.
He's dope on free kicks. I mean, and on corners.